It's the Scotty Ray Report, reliable, fast, and true. Headlines, weather, local news, he brings it all to you. From the courthouse to the back roads, he don't miss a thing. Traffic storms, communities on top of everything. Bringing you the news you need at home or on your drive. Listen in, it's Scotty Ray time.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. It is Wednesday, as we mentioned.
Hump day. We made it.
I was on this tear this morning of how time is flying. We're into March. This is the fourth day of the year.
Yeah.
Easter is not that far off. What's that behind us? It's the Easter Bunny.
Somebody come hopping up in here.
They did. I was not here. I was out chasing other things.
There was plenty to chase.
Boy,
Blood Moon was not playing.
Really and truly, y'all, does the full moon affect people in the way they think, or is it just our imagination that weird things go on there?
Well, yesterday don't happen very often.
And what would you say happened yesterday?
The blood moon's the only thing I can figure. The correlation between the two makes you think there's something up.
It does. I mean, we had wreck after wreck after wreck. People couldn't get along with one another. And it does affect the ocean, doesn't the tide and all that get affected by
all that stuff? Moon's got a lot of power.
Ooh. Did you go down to Swashi and see if it affected that?
I didn't leave the interstate.
You were there how long?
Stayed over there probably closer to 11, 12 hours all day long.
Does the pizza man deliver out there? Have you ever tried that?
I haven't.
I'm at mile marker 164.
Yeah, could you give me an Uber?
I visited several times. Odie, y'all had, and this is the big thing. We'll get into pictures here in just a little bit, but always when traveling or if it's here or locally, watch what's going on, because there was two separate incidents that happened there, of accidents that happened after the original one. They weren't bad, but they were fender benders of someone looking off, and then the person behind them didn't realize they slowed, and wham. It
was there was four right within 2 miles, a mile and a half of each other.
It was.
And I guess you could say 5, because one was just off in the ditch because he tried to dodge a car. So we had the one. So here's the thing, when you're driving down the interstate or a highway and you're in the right-hand lane and someone tries to come onto the highway, they have to yield. This is your lane.
Oh, yeah.
And now, common courtesy, you move over and let them merge.
Will you stop with the driver's ed?
But it's still there. You can't just move in there.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
Just a little heads up.
Woo, the next thing you know, Odie's standing there looking at you.
Going,
And 50 other people with woo-woo lights.
This ain't good.
There were woo-woo lights everywhere, y'all.
Ooh, yeah.
I mentioned this morning, I do not know enough about national politics to be an expert at this. I showed this guy. Do you remember him?
Yeah, and I'm glad old Dan is gone. He turned flat.
He was against
crazy.
Trump.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was against anything. He's a Navy SEAL, or he was. And he came in with great attitude.
Yeah, I remember, and that's what in my mind, he was still that guy, but he's sort of changed on everything since then.
Oh, yeah.
He's out, and I watched another political ad this morning. I'm not running down anybody, let me just say this. But I watched it, the Jasmine Crockett lady who done the dancing video.
The crybaby.
Yes, she done some dancing in there and all of this, and she's going to change all this. She actually did this was a paid-for political announcement to where it shows her picture, and she slowly turns around, and it has Trump talking about how she's not smart. And he's going, she's really, if this is all the Democrats have got, they're in sad shape. She's not smart. She has an IQ of about, and she says nothing. And at the end of it, it goes paid political. She lost, and she lost major. She is not headed any further in the Senate there. And they were at one point trying to say that she was the future. It ain't looking for Gavin Newsom. He made, and I'm not going into what he done this past weekend, but he made a very bad mistake.
Well,
of downgrading people.
Like him or not, however you feel about Trump.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Newsom.
Well, I am. he's trying to do right for some kids, and we got MCC in here. And what better way to brighten your future except with education?
No, you got to have education.
And Trump is saying, hey, look, I've got backers, and what we're going to do is each child $1,000, and then you can add money to it. And by the time they get old enough, they've got some money, they can go to school, do whatever they want to.
Let me pause you there. Didn't Mississippi have this program years ago?
Most everybody still got your 629s where you put money up and you pay for school at today's price for 20 years from now.
Right, but I didn't know it was called. I just remember when, y'all have to apologize again. Me and Angie could not afford it. I remember when that thing come out to where you could put X amount of dollars and they would match it for your check, and we couldn't do it. I mean, it was all we could do to buy eggs at the time to feed that little fella.
Yeah, they've still got that
still going on?
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's going strong. This is just something a little extra Trump did, and he's got billions of dollars that's backed him to put this together. Well, talk about your buddy Newsom. Guess what he did?
What'd he do?
He said, well, hey, we'll just start taxing that. So now if you're a child in there, you're going to feel what the wrath of taxes from California is going to be.
Did you hear me talk a minute ago about that congestive tax in Manhattan? To where if you drive your car down the road between the hours of 1 and 6 p.m. in Manhattan, you're going to be charged $9 to have your car on the street. And it passed. They tried to block it, and the judge let them pass that. So again, that will be passed on to if you're in a taxi, you got to pay more. It's like they don't want you to come or something.
So that falls in between the time of when you get off work.
Oh, wait a minute! I hear something on the speakers in New York all the way from here. I don't understand it, but something's being played right now.
You got a rug?
No, I don't. Oh. Well, darn.
Well, talking about those taxis in Turkey. If you're in a taxi going down the road and they run over somebody and hurt them, you as the passenger get charged for it. Because if you weren't in the back telling the taxi driver to go this way, he wouldn't have been there.
So if you're even in a taxi, you could be held accountable for that.
You will be held accountable, yeah.
There's a lot of things that we just don't understand that happens in other portions.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in the great state of Mississippi, if we don't agree with something, we can call up that senator and go, hey, what were you thinking? Usually they answer. We are a close network. I'm sure Alabama is the same way. You got a third cousin who knows who you voted in some kind of a way. You can get to them and go, hey, what's up with that?
I just want to know.
So anyway, it was what's going to happen with the midterms. Maybe Texas as a look to that, but changes of the way people are thinking in Texas. If you said you were going to do something, you didn't. And again, Trump did not endorse anyone with what went on there.
I see a lack on the Republican Party. If you want to be strong in the midterms, number one, you put out all these allegations against everybody, and you're saying that the Somalians have stolen billions of dollars. Now, we're at 99% believing that that's true, but right now they're just telling us that's what's going on. And if you've got the proof, let's do something about it. If not, shut up and go on. You've got all these other people who have done wrong, and you keep talking about it, but you won't do nothing.
Have you noticed that Sarah Huckabee has lost a lot of weight? Have you noticed that?
I hadn't paid a
Sarah,
whole lot of attention.
She got the nomination to run for governor again in
knew
Arkansas.
She was going to be back in line. Everybody likes her.
But she slimmed up a lot. They were picking on her. You remember that when that was bad? National television were picking on her because she was maybe had a quarter pounder or too much. We all have. But that was just downright rude to do that. Well, but she slimmed up a lot because she's working so hard over there.
Jealous of her.
That may have been it.
But if you're a Republican nominee, do what you said you were going to do. And a Democrat, do what you say you're going to do.
Doesn't matter who you are.
It doesn't matter who you are. You're upset because Trump told you, says, if I'm elected, this is what I'll do. We elected him, and guess what? He did what he said. He's the only one.
We had a NASCAR driver pass away. Do you know this guy? Chase Piston?
No, that must have come in after NASCAR went woke. He
is 42 years old, has passed away. Condolences to his family members. My, if you got a birthday, we'd love to hear from you. We're going to tell you a few of the things that went on Thump over last night. All that is up and coming in just a moment here at the Scotty Ray Report. Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Cicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing, and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is Wednesday morning. We're at 7:13 as the morning goes along. There's been an arrest in Winston County. A Neshoba County lady lost her life. They have made an arrest in this as we go to the Winston County Sheriff. They have charged this man in connection with the death of her. According to authorities, 34-year-old Willie Joe Warren has been charged with the murder and the death of Rebecca Leanne Lyons. She was 33, from the Tucker community, not far from here at all. Warren is currently being held without bond, and that was done by Justice Court Judge Fuller. He put a stop to that. It's not going to be allowed out. They have thanked the Kemper County Sheriff's Department for helping out with this, and also the Choctaw Tribal Police in this arrest. The case remains under investigation. There can always be changes and more added to it, but this young lady lost her life. A call was made on the side of the road, and she was found deceased. It's just sad, sad, sad. So we pass along condolences as the family deals with this, and an arrest has been made, and hopefully, if all goes well, justice will be served in this case. As I was out and about last night, I got detoured. I was going to a wreck. I got to the wreck, and as soon as I got to the wreck, I had to take pictures quick and get back, because what is it? This is concerning, because this is the fourth time within a week we've had gunfire in the same area. Now, nothing's been hit up until now. It's just been, hey.
Well, those bullets are got to go somewhere. Yeah,
and there's been people reporting it. I get tons of reports throughout the night of, hey, I just heard such and such. I live in this area. And last night, it would be one of those things to where I got 3 messages. I just heard something here. I live right behind the courthouse. And sure enough, as we went there, we would arrive here to the 29th Avenue exit. As you'll see, when that yellow tape comes out, they done found something.
Yeah.
Now, when I hit play on the video, what I want you to notice is this area right in here, Odie, in between the gas pumps. Okay. Now, you're going to find shell casings out here, but right here in the middle, and I want to say this before I start, I have not seen any actual video from what happened. This is pretty much a good assumption of what probably happened here. As it's going to zoom in a minute here as we get there. Police officers on the scene. I'll pause this as we get a little bit closer to seeing what happens here. Now, right there, do you see what that might be? It's hard to tell. That is glass from a vehicle.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was looking at the oil spot.
So what that tells us, and in the nighttime when I was standing there, the lights hitting it, it was glistening.
Yeah.
2 people were most likely beside each other in cars and commenced to argue in some shape, form, or way. And the next thing you know, a weapon has been pulled. Weapons were fired. I don't know. By the time I left there, they had the little teepees. Mm-hmm. I saw 7 or 8. It could be more. I had to leave early because there was another incident that was occurring. I didn't stay as long as I normally would at a scene, and I had to go. But it happened right there, right after dark. That was 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. No one was injured that we're aware of. No one was taken to a hospital, to my knowledge.
Shooting in between gas pumps.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is just not the place to do that.
No.
Take it. The Marlboro Man wouldn't even do that. He knows better.
He knows us.
But
At least pull forward about 5 feet.
and let me show you here, right there. You see that right there?
Yeah.
That's one. There's another one there, and then they're all scattered in here also. I don't think I've got pictures. They're on my other phone. I don't have it with me that has all the TPs on it of what went on last night. So that did happen. If you heard something in the distance, that was going on. No one hurt, obviously, thank goodness. Now, another situation that occurred last night, this was I think the third or fourth thing that happened. It was like, as we mentioned, that full moon, it was boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Prayers are going to be needed for this situation. We don't know what caused it, but a man was on a bicycle last night and was struck by a vehicle. And we go to Meridian. This would happen right before, if you'll recognize this road, that's Newell Road right there.
Okay, yeah.
And here comes the ambulance arriving to the scene. And this is on that hill right before you get to Lamar School. Lamar School is right over that. Where this van is parked, let me show this picture right
That's
here.
pretty much well at the Marion City Meridian
Line, right there at it.
Right there at it, yeah.
Now, I took that picture that way on purpose so it would not show anything. I got behind the pole where it wouldn't show. But in the distance there, they're working on the man who has been struck. Tragedy that would happen. Right, and let me say this. I don't know what the man was wearing, but riding a bicycle at dark, and I'm thinking he probably didn't have any reflective clothing. Would that have stopped it? Maybe, maybe not. But riding a bicycle on a busy highway at night is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
I'm not saying who's at fault or anything. I'm just saying it is dangerous to put your life at risk here. And Odie, I think this situation, and I hadn't gotten an official word, but from what I observed, I've been around it. It looked very serious. I don't know what his condition is or anything like that, but it looked serious, and we hope all turns out well on this.
Well, and hoping that they had flashy lights or something on the back. Go get them. They're not expensive, run on a little battery. But as we saw yesterday, last night, all day, people just don't pay attention when they drive. They're for some reason, they got something else that they'd rather do.
I'm trying to break up them 3 wrecks that happened, but
I mean, it's constant. So if you think somebody has a problem looking at a car or an 18-wheeler in front of them, you think they can see you on a bike?
no,
I'm not saying you don't have a right to be out there, because you do have a right to be out there.
It's just
But
your life ain't worth it.
It is dangerous.
But anybody that's watching me can attest to this. If you are a driver, you've been on the interstate, and you're driving along, and then you go, "Whew, I don't remember passing any of this other stuff here." And you're
How'd I get here?
and you're 10 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And that's you get caught up. I don't know whether it's a daydream or if what you're doing is monotonous. Is what
Yeah,
it is after
yeah.
a while. And accidents can happen just like that. And you go, "What was that?"
Yep.
Oh, that was a stick in the road. It could be something more. Anyway,
Pay
we're just.
attention. And I don't know if they still teach it or not, but you're driving and you're looking at the windshield. You don't look at the hood, you look ahead of you. But you also have to look mirror, mirror, mirror in front of you. Mirror, mirror. You got to know what's
This
going
man
on
spent
all the way
way too
around.
much time in class. Y'all catching all this?
Somebody had to learn
We're
something.
going to get him a little outfit. And what they have on Saturday Night Live? Safety man.
Safety man.
No,
Like
he can
that
jump out
fella
in his
said-
cape.
He said, you drink a lot of coffee. I said, I spill most of it.
We'll be right back. We've got a great guest coming up from MCC, and we're going to learn a lot. We'll do that next.
Yeah, our system went out at the worst possible time, so we called environment masters, and the technician came out pretty quickly. He did a lot of troubleshooting. He explained to me what the issue was, and it turned out it was an easy fix, and had us up pretty quickly.
Our technicians don't just pass a test and then go to work. We have continuous on-site training both on equipment and customer care. Our senior technicians each have decades of experience and are always available. There's literally nothing that our team hasn't seen, so you can trust we know what we're doing. That's hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Spring is here, grass is growing, and your mower, yeah, it's still not ready. Don't fight it another season. Head to Paris Tractor for our Kubota zero-turn spring wheels. Right now, you can get into a new Kubota zero-turn Z232 KW 42 mower for just $5,299 or as low as $125 a month. More than a tractor store.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. This is Wednesday as we get together once again. So much more to talk about that we've got going on. But one of the great things that is right here in Meridian, Mississippi, both my kids went to Meridian Community College. They done well. Dylan would go on from there and
Dr. Dylan.
True, he ended up getting it. It all started there at MCC.
Yeah.
And the great thing about it was, and I've said this many times, we didn't, as I mentioned a moment ago, we didn't have the money when we were growing up, me and Angie, to put aside for the college education.
The $529. I said $629.
Same thing.
Just the $529.
I didn't have a 5 or a 6. But Dylan went to MCC and was able to work his way through college, part-time jobs, and also he got a lot of grants. He got scholarships, and this is one way that you can get in there is playing guitar gets you in there too, won't it?
That's right. We have scholarships for ensembles, guitar ensemble, community band, jazz band, concert choir, Dimensions. Dimensions, if you don't know, is our show group. It's a high-energy group with singers and a rock band.
Right. Have you ever had anybody that go, could I do a Slim Whitman song? Have you ever had anybody do that?
Slim Whitman? No.
I hope not.
We've done all kinds of different styles.
Slim's
rock
scary.
and country and all kinds of different.
But and you've got the Dimensions that do great. I'm telling you, they're great performers.
So we've got a
little flashy outfits, whole thing.
Yes, and they rock the house. They rock MCC. On the
We're
stage.
talking about music, but we've got Mitch Brantley with us.
Yes, I forgot.
You didn't come in to talk about just music. What
we
else
have
do
a
y'all
really
have?
exciting event coming up at the Max. So I'm Mitch Brantley. I'm the Communication and Fine Arts Division Chair and also guitar instructor and music instructor at Meridian Community College. And we have our Fine Arts Department division has a very exciting event coming up at the Max. We've partnered with the Max for the MCC Performing and Fine Arts Celebration.
Oh.
So this will be on Tuesday, March 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. That also, just by coincidence, happens to be St. Patrick's Day. So,
well, you're dressed for it.
That's right. You're right.
You and Odie.
This is green, isn't it?
We want to invite the community to come out. It's a free event. Wear your green. Of course, it'll be St. Patrick's, but also MCC colors. So wear your green to the event.
And, here's where y'all got the ad here, all about it here. We all take over it there. So you can come out and, well, that's a good example of that.
MCC's taking over the Max. So what it is a showcase of our talent from MCC. We have amazing students and faculty. We will have a visual arts exhibition that'll be displayed in the Max from MCC student artwork. Terrell Nicholson-Taylor is our curator of our gallery and our art instructor. She's very talented and in demand. She just had her own exhibit at MUW recently. And then following that, so that's at 5, at 5:30, the MCC Guitar Ensemble will perform in the church at the Max. And I am the director of that and looking forward to that. We've got a really great group of students performing in the MCC Guitar Ensemble. Following that, the MCC Dimensions will take the stage, and they will also be in the upstairs area of the Max at the TV, radio, internet exhibition. And we'll have a live show of rock and pop and different Motown, different styles there.
Right.
Everybody from Edgar Winter group to Jackson 5, something for everybody. You might even dance to it. So it's a rock band with singers, and really excited about that. Miss Tammy Miles is the choir director at MCC, and she's the artistic director. Mr. Bowles, Daniel Bowles is our technical director and a very, very talented musician, and I'll be playing electric bass in that group. I'm one of the directors of that as well. Following Dimensions, downstairs in the Hall of Fame, we will have the MCC Concert Choir. So at the Structural Steel Services Hall of Fame, our concert choir will perform. And then following that at 7, the MCC Screaming Eagle Community Concert Band will perform outdoors on the Citizens National Bank courtyard stage.
Oh, the little courtyard. That's
Yes,
pretty out
yes.
there.
It is.
So that's our community band, and then the jazz band, the MCC Resurrection Jazz Band, will perform at 7:30 to 8, and that'll be the last event of the evening.
Now, have y'all done this before? Or is this the first
This is the
time?
first time. This is our inaugural time to do this, and it's really exciting. Very thankful to the Max, to Penny Kemp, the CEO, and also to Aaron Wyndham. He's the director of operations. Been working closely with him, planning this since October. So we're very thankful to the Max for this partnership, and very excited to and honored to perform in the Hall of Fame and in the different stages, different places in the Max that honors our Mississippi artists, musicians, writers, actors, chefs, so it's an honor to do that, to have MCC there.
And this is every division have their chance to showcase what they do, and if someone out there in the crowd sees it, especially college age, it says, hey, this is something that I'd like to pursue.
Yes.
So this is awesome for MCC for doing this. So that's going to be and if you start dancing, I'll record it.
Woo! As Teresa just said, the MCC is one of the best things that's ever happened to Meridian.
Yes, it
and
is.
consistently, year after year, MCC ranks the top in the nation,
Yes,
top 5
yes.
most likely. The last I'd seen it, I don't know what it is right now, but I'm telling y'all, this is above. And I can remember as a kid when I was getting ready to graduate high school, they were getting ready to start if you're from Lauderdale County.
No, in our age, we were going to MJC.
Meridian Junior College. They changed it. But they were just getting ready to start that, to where they got together some money and offered it to students. If you graduated and kept your grades up, free tuition.
Right, tuition guarantee. That's still going. That program is still going, and even better than ever. So.
And thank goodness for somebody who saw that, because it's tough out there. Let me tell you, because I can remember working a part-time job, and you'd make $80 a week back then, and you're trying to figure out, how can I buy books, how can I do this, and tough. And y'all stepped up and helped a lot of people.
In education and higher education, Meridian Community College is your best return on investment. I mean, no doubt. So.
And then easily connects with Mississippi State. If you finish one, you move to the next.
Yes, that's right.
We got a lot going on for you here in the Meridian area.
Stay right here.
So I know you play guitar. Do you sing also?
In church choir, but that's about it. I mainly play guitar and bass.
You would tell me
They won't even let us sing in church.
You would, they tell us.
I thought we were supposed to make a joyful noise. They said, yeah, but that's not joyful.
But wow, how many students do y'all have go through that program each year?
Let's see. Right now we have about, I think, 35. Now, that's not all students. There's community members and some
Correct.
high school students, too. I think our largest group's about 35. We've got community band,
Right.
jazz band. We also have a group in choir. And then guitar is not as big, not as many students there, but we've got 5 in our MCC guitar ensemble.
And
right now.
my point on that is that the talent that's from around our area, and if you've got a little talent, this is where you need to go, because you
Yes.
get scholarships, and it leads
That's
to
right.
bigger and better things in your life. It can help you.
And talking about music, and somebody said something the other day, and I hadn't had a chance to look, but we're supposed to have another local guy that's on one of these competition shows. that's
Oh, I hadn't heard about
starting.
that.
So we've got to look at that, and if somebody knows something about it, let us know. But I want to say someone else who has made past the first stage to continue on, so we can keep up with another local guy.
Another Jamal.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
behind him. I mean, this is we had Todd and Jamal, and just moving right up the ranks.
Yeah, the talent in Meridian is just amazing. It's
And-
something about it around here.
Nursing school.
Something
and
in the water.
Absolutely right there.
Call it Harvard on the Hill. what
Mary's
Chris
telling
said.
her age. She went back there in 1965. I ain't telling how long ago that was, Mary. That's going to be between you and me.
I did want to add, I mentioned some of our faculty. I wanted to add Christopher King. He's
Right.
our director of bands. He's been at MCC almost 2 years now, and he's rebuilding the program. He rebranded the band program, the band ensembles. as the MCC Resurrection Jazz Band. So he resurrected it, he brought it back, and it's stronger than ever. And also we have a community band, and something about those is he's got members from 9th grade on up, so high school students can perform in the jazz band and community band. So from 9th graders on up to what we call Hall of Famers. So sometimes even retirees will perform.
That is good.
As long as you can play.
Do you know my friend who teaches out there, Sandy Clark? Do you know Sandy?
Yes.
You know, I went to high school with her, and me and her were in
She didn't want everybody to know her age, and you just let all this.
Well, I'll never forget, but we were in study. She used to snore so bad in between. She put her head down her book. Does she still have that habit out there? Or has she gotten better?
No.
I'm just checking.
She's a wonderful faculty member, wonderful instructor.
Vanessa, is it somebody just from Mississippi, or is it somebody local? And then one from Alabama. We got a lot from Alabama that's come through. Something for down here with us Southern folks. But yeah, is that somebody local as in Mississippi, or local from right here in Meridian?
Mitch, give us those dates again of when this will be happening at the MAC.
Tuesday, March 17th. Like it happens to be St. Patrick's Day. So wear your green to support MCC, but also for
Absolutely.
St. Patrick's. And it is a free event. It's open to the public. You can also, the admission to the MAX is free, so you can go to the different exhibits if you want to while you're there. We'd love for people to attend everything from 5 to 8, but if you need to just go to different things, come and go, that's fine too. Did want to mention that with the parking there, we will have the trolley will be making runs from the parking garage, the Arts parking garage, district parking garage, and from the MAX.
Save you a step or two.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
from 4:30 to 8:30, trolley will be there.
And food and beverage
Yes.
is available for purchase.
For purchase, in the courtyard, we will have food trucks that'll be available. So if you want to go get something to eat and enjoy the show, you can do that, especially during the bands, while the bands are performing outdoors, because you can still be able to hear them while you're getting your food and coming back to watch the show.
Good. From Moss Point is where he's from. He's in the top 30. Hey, congratulations. Maybe we'll see another Mississippian move right on through up there.
Stacy says her son's in the band there at
Wonderful.
MCC. That's great
Yeah.
there. Again, Mitch, we can't thank you enough for coming in this morning. It was fun. This is coming up in March. It's going to be on St. Patty's Day, as both of you two apparently knew that, and I was not aware of Green Day.
Early. I didn't think this was green.
That's
I
green.
can't turn the light on because my wife's asleep. You know, sometimes you wake up grumpy and sometimes you let her sleep in. And so I just grabbed this in the dark.
I'm just curious, since you said, have you heard that song Grumpy?
I don't think so.
You really? Sometimes I wake up grumpy and sometimes I let her sleep.
Maybe that's where I got it.
Oh my gosh, Odie, have I got the song for you? Ray Scott. That is, you need to. It's perfect, the married man song.
I told that to the preacher one day in church. He said, how's everything going? And I said, well, you know how it is. I said, sometimes you wake up grumpy and sometimes you let her sleep in. That's why we're a little late. Preacher says, okay, I'm going to go right on over here.
You're just asking for it.
Yeah, he's going to get out of the way.
But so much coming up at MCC, and take part of this. We've got a hidden opportunity. Meridian is growing, and we're so glad to be a part of what y'all do. Thank you so much for coming in, Mitch.
Yes.
Thank you, Scotty Ray and Odie. Thank you for having me on. I enjoyed it.
Definitely enjoyed it. And we'll wear this again for MCC. Green to support the Eagles, and then green to support the...
I'm just proud to show up on lives with my shirt button right. Because some days it don't
That's
happen
because
right.
Rob's not here. You know, Rob just, he said, watches, I want to let him go.
It does happen, y'all. We'll be right back. We've got more to come this morning as we take you through this Wednesday.
Nothing as vital as your eyes. You should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
When your windshield cracks, you need someone you can trust. At Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, experience matters. We handle everything from rock chips to full replacements, even power window repair, servicing all vehicle types. Let us keep you safe and back on the road. We are local, proud to serve you with honest, reliable service. Call us today at 601-286-3405. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, certified, trusted, local.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. We did, and we often tell you about leaving things in your car. Be careful of this. We've had a couple of auto burglaries in the county that we wanted to tell you about. As we go here, this would happen on Russell Manor Road, where 2 cars were broken into. We had another incident on Tom Powell Road, and then we had a different one there where someone got arrested there. Now, as we get here, this is going to be a blurb. We do know that some handguns and a shotgun was taken. Now, you see the shadow running here? Let me hit play here. This is how fast they went by the camera. And as you can tell, see that?
Is that the shadow of him?
That's the shadow of the weapon that he has. Watch this as it comes. Did you see him run with it?
Oh, yeah.
Let me back that up. We had other video, but that showed the best image of it there.
Yeah, I can see it now, yeah.
There it is sticking out right there.
That's the butt of it right there, yeah.
You can't tell virtually other than maybe that's a black jacket. We had another instance where out on Zero Road, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's. Now, I got the story right after it had happened. On Zero Road, they had an auto burglary there also, but they made an arrest on that already. So the Sheriff's Department is investigating these incidents that happened real close on Russell Manor and then also there. And all of that is just coming out of Marion there, Old Homestead Road, to down in that area there is where that happened. So the Sheriff's Department on this, trying to take care of business and take someone into custody for doing something they shouldn't have.
RW, be careful. We don't want anybody to get your casseroles or your chocolate hearts you're trying to
Don't leave them on your car seat.
Yeah, we know how you are.
Now, last night, as I was at the Bang 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 thing on 29th Avenue, I got word by a phone call of, where are you? Somebody just runned it off the road. And at first, it sounded bigger than it was.
Well,
it was overturned.
If it was carrying something heavy, it could have ended up worse. But what were they hauling?
I don't remember.
Them Fruit of the Looms.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know that.
That's a truckload of underwear.
Well,
I think the driver might have needed to got him a new pair.
Yeah, well, he might have. As we look on to what went on there last night, that's the truck parked on the side of the road. And then we had paper towels earlier in the day.
Well, then English took over, and we finally got in there to get the paperwork, and it was potato chips.
So you had Lay's potato chips, and I wasn't invited to this party. I left too early?
Well, Simmons Record came out there, and they didn't even open the back of it. They just picked the whole thing up and put it up back on the side of the road again.
Now, let me show you video here. This is a still picture. We had a couple still pictures. This is right by the Welcome Center is where this accident happened there. There's the undercarriage.
Checking a bolt or two.
Yep. And then our officers were on duty. She's so sweet. She's nice as she can be. And this is the vehicle that it came in contact with, the overturned truck.
Yeah.
And then it's parked
situation. That's all it did
right
was
there.
That DOT bumper, and then right up at the top of the mud flap, a little bit of scrape, but that plastic bulb didn't even get hurt.
Well, see, that shiny trailer there made me think of gasoline just because it looks like a gas tanker.
And that's why you see us all up there looking at the paperwork, figuring out, all right, what do we have in here?
And what was it, Odie?
It was
it hand wash?
No, it was a base for shampoo.
Oh.
You and Greg wouldn't have known it.
Wash that gray right out of my hair. Here's a look as I'm walking past the truck of what it looks like underneath. He could have had 3 flats and kept going, but no, he had to overturn it.
Oh, man, yeah.
And y'all believe this or not, he rode this out and was not hurt one iota, not one scratch on him.
No, doing good. But
And again, he needed to hook up with the guy with the Fruit of the Looms after this because that did affect his day. But fortunately, no one hurt. When you look back on this.
And nothing spilled. We had a little bit of oil get down, very, very little. But there again, Simmons was able to take care of that. So it was all good.
Now, and let's take a look at Simmons getting there. And this is after Simmons arrives. And this is what they do. And let's go through these and we'll go to the video there. You see those where the truck skid and just flipped over? Here it is being eased up there. Now, you can tell the cab has already been removed. And then they're just going to flop it back over.
Didn't hurt a single pancake.
Headed to a convenience store near you.
Yeah.
They're good at what they do. They get lots of practice. Did I mention that?
They get rigged up. It takes them a minute to get everything rigged, but then all of a sudden they start picking stuff up, moving it around. Didn't even move the speed limit sign. They said, no problem, we can go up and over it.
This is, and I say this, that's the second wreck in the same area. It's almost like the Bermuda Triangle. Let's go back out there for another incident that would happen late yesterday afternoon. Look at this. This was within 3 miles of each other.
No, this was
167.
That was at the 167. That was at the 165. No, 163.
So that's 5 miles.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can add.
Look at there.
Get out
It's that
of here.
simple stuff. Single digits ain't too bad.
That Northeast helped me out, y'all. But as you can tell, this Toyota has some issues going on here. And it done a little bit more damage. He's got to buy a new tire and wheel. But he wasn't going to budge.
He was able to drive off and just make it. Heck, he wasn't going half a mile to the truck stop. But that's
totaled.
Now he's feeling a little bit of oomph today, but he did get out and was able to walk to the ambulance, and they did take him for observation.
That's always best to be checked out when you go through something that is.
Oh, definitely.
And remind me, how fast does a airbag come at you? Isn't it like warp speed?
It is. You got. I forgot what the pressure is, the PSI from that tube that comes out, but it's pretty quick.
Oh man, alive!
And it will, if you're not seat belted in, it can hurt you real bad.
Now, also at the same time, let me show you a wreck that happened near Carthage on Highway 6. It was like 18, and I didn't even, I knew about another wreck that happened in Jasper County. Another one happened with a rig. It was like rig day yesterday. This is in Carthage here. As you'll see this car, and there's the rig that was involved in this incident also. So it was like an epidemic yesterday, these going off. Highway Patrol was like this everywhere yesterday, trying to respond to what was going on in each one of these communities. They didn't let up.
We stayed out there so long, we had shift change with them.
Somebody else.
We didn't get to go nowhere.
This made me stop because I seen the big M on the side of it and it said Metro when they're there. I think, whoa, somebody might be hurt. So I pulled over, and this was really not much to it. I'm not really sure that this was a vehicle that was, you see, there's no dents. Minor is an overstatement when I tell you about this incident here.
They probably call Richard Schwartz.
Fender bender to the utmost there. There's your Officer of the Year. She's all over. Miss Washington.
She is there, and she's doing it.
I can't tell you how many times a day I see her. She always has that book in her hand.
She's working.
She does.
She is working.
She doesn't let up there. Now, as we continue, 18-wheeler day. Let's go. We can't leave Neshoba County out, can we? No, sir. Let's go to the intersection of Highway 15 and 16.
Oh, man.
Yet they also have a boo-boo. Let's start with the pictures here where you can see a little bit better. That's fertilizer.
Oh, well, that brown grass looks like it might need a little bit, but it might be burnt by the time they get all that up.
Over the side it went, and here's a view from passing there, coming up on it, coming from the Lowe's area. You'll see everybody and their third cousin is at this. Once removed.
Once removed.
And as you can see there, it just overturned. These things happened.
Yeah, and then now you got to clean all that fertilizer up. That's going to be a fun day.
Fun that you use a bob, what do you call this?
You use a bobcat, you use whatever you can get.
So when I tell you it was a day of I can't slow down. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go into Walmart. The Meridian Fire Department didn't have anything to do yesterday, did they?
Oh, man. No, they were blowing and going, too.
Let's start here, then we'll backtrack here. What is that on? Oh, that's a Chevy. That's about a 02 model, the best I can tell. Let's go back over it. Let's hit play on this one.
Any of them body parts, can you?
Look at that. No, it won't fit mine. But, all right, let's go here and take a look. Look at that smoke as it was boiling out.
Them tires, boy, they put off some. You don't want to breathe that in.
And here's the after effect of you might could use that door maybe.
Buy you a new window.
It just really did not fare well, y'all. Not sure why that truck caught fire. I know that there's another. Ooh, look at the water running out. You're gonna have some water issues in that truck.
Yeah.
An investigator was called to the scene. He arrived while I was there, and their job is to figure out why the truck caught on fire. So there you go. We had it was a busy afternoon, and then what is that? We need to send the fire department back out. This is why I originally took out last night into the darkness of the night. Is we had a fire at the lumber yard. Now there was smoke everywhere, and from a distance it looked worse than it was. Meridian Fire, them boys get there within 2.5 minutes.
You just about think they were sitting in the truck with it ready.
This is 18th Avenue, as y'all know where the wood yard is. You go past the old Sack and Save, which is now, what's the name of it now?
Cost Savers.
Cash Saver. It's Cash Saver now.
Cash Savers.
We missed those bulls on top of that store. And this is where it was all caught fire there last night. Yeah, nothing major. I'm telling you, the fire department got that out in no time flat, and everything was safe and back to normal there. Not to mention the volunteer fire departments, they were out and about chasing things everywhere. And we want to urge you again not to burn just yet. It's not time.
It was all over the county yesterday. Volunteer firefighters having to go and fight forest fires that start out, these little bitty fires are just burning a little bit of rubbish. Everything's fine, but it is so dry, the March wind, and that fire's going to spread. It's happened. And there's, like an officer said previously at another time, said, the old guy says, "You gonna write me a ticket for that?" And he looked in his book and he says, "Well, nowhere here says anything about a ticket for being stupid, so I don't guess you'll have to worry about it."
Those people gonna come get you.
Oh, that's what the officer said.
Yeah. We go to downtown Scuba, Mississippi. We have a road closing, y'all. Let me pull up this map and show you. 4th Street is closed until further notice. Oh. Now, this is Highway 16. As a kid, let me show you here on this map. Where's my thingamajigger? As a kid, I lived right over here. Here's the cemetery, and I lived about right here as a kid.
Where's your pointer at?
Right. See here?
Oh, there you. Oh, okay.
I lived about right in there, next to. That's Jackson Highway. That's at the bottom of the cemetery.
Oh yeah.
This is actually 12th Street that cuts through here, but 4th Street is blocked off. Now I want to remind you, as a kid. You see this open area in between here?
Yeah.
Well, the road used to go through there, and then somebody built the house, and we used to still sneak through their yard because it was a shortcut across there to the riding club. Don't do that. Temptation will get you in trouble.
That must have been the rich folks of Scuba.
Built that new road? Built that new house?
Yeah. Where you want to build a house? Right here in the road? I think you ought to stop it.
It was a pretty house, I might add, too.
Dig the road up. That's where I want my crib.
It was right in the center where it used to be there. The college there to the left there. But, man, that brings back memories of riding through Scuba as a kid. and all the fun we used to have there. But
So y'all got a UPS access point, not a store. Is it like just a box you can throw your stuff in?
Oh, I ain't been there in quite a while. I didn't know they had that. That's down by that's the bank. That's the bank. That's about where Merchants and Farmers. It may always change names now. It's no longer Merchant Farm. I don't know what it's called now.
Can you get your nails and taxes done there too?
I don't think so. Oh. There's a place by the railroad track that used to do that. It used to be the Super Ed. How things changed. I don't think there's anything left on Main Street anymore. Bob Seger wouldn't even sing about that anymore. The Greyhound bus has left the station.
Well, yeah.
7:51 already on this morning. Coming up, we got more before we do birthdays. Make sure to get yours in.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi. They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If your tractor needs it, they got it. Also remember, they service all makes and models, whether it's green, orange, blue, red, or yellow. They can get your parts in, they can do your service on your equipment. Don't forget Watt Equipment, DeKalb, Mississippi.
And welcome back. I'm your friend, and we'll just scoot Odie's chair right out of the picture there. Odie had to leave. He's going to an incident that just occurred on Highway 19. If you're in the general area of 4600 block of Highway 19, there has been an accident. We'll give you more information on that here in just a little bit. Hopefully it's minor. That's what we've got our fingers on. We'll let you know as that develops there. Mitch, as we get ready to close out the show today, I want you to go back over and again, we want to thank you for coming in and being a part of all this. Remind us when this big MCC event's coming up and how to get in touch with you.
All right, so MCC Performing and Fine Arts Celebration will be Tuesday, March 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience, the MAX. This is a free event. The community is invited to attend, and it's going to be a wonderful night of art and music by our MCC students and faculty. So the schedule will be an art exhibition by our MCC students. Also, MCC Guitar Ensemble will perform, MCC Dimensions, concert choir, the Screaming Eagle Community Concert Band, and the MCC Resurrection Jazz Band. So come out and hear our very talented groups and explore an exhibition of artwork at the MAX. Again, it's free. It is. We'll also have food for purchase in the courtyard.
Oh, that's handy.
And for any more information about it, you can contact me, Mitch Brantley, at 601-484-8881.
Boy, you got that memorized.
Yes.
I am one of those when somebody asks me my number, I'm, ooh, hang on a second. But yeah, that's how to get in touch with you. It's the beginning of your future. And if you've got a grandchild, a child that's getting ready and you want to learn more, we'd be more than glad to talk to somebody.
We want them to come out to MCC and go to school, go to college there, and check out our groups that Tuesday night, March 17th. And we'll also have some recruiters there if you have any questions about applying to MCC. And we look forward to seeing you there.
I understand that you've got to get to a meeting that you've got to go to, and we can't again thank you enough for being a part of what we do.
Thank you, Scotty Ray.
Thank you very much.
Enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Mitch joining us, Mitch Brantley there from MCC. Thank you so much. Now, let me pull up a map and show you where about the accident is that we're learning about. This is going to be in between here and the back porch. This is if you'll look at the address here, this is going to be the 45th 4594. So that accident is going to be somewhere in between here and the back porch, right along in there on Highway 19 North. If you look at this near Nellyburg, it's where this incident has happened this morning. As we get more information on this accident, we'll pass along the information that we get on this as soon as we can. It does involve a school bus, I am learning. As we find out more about that, if it was a fender bender bump, we'll let you know very quickly. We'll be right back with birthdays and more here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them. Parker's Wholesale.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday as we head for a beautiful day in store for us. 82 sunshine is what we're expecting as we get into the 60s now. By the weekend, plan ahead. We've got a perfect day of weather today and tomorrow. Rain moves into the forecast on Friday and over the weekend and through the first part of next week. So if you need to get something done outside, today and tomorrow are the best times to do that. Friday won't be so bad. It'll be more so into Sunday. And as the forecast gets closer, we'll be able to tell you more about what to expect on that. I have to say a thank you. I made a post last night. A gentleman came along, and honesty goes so far in life, who found a mattress on the side of the road that had just been purchased. And you know what I mean by this. It had the plastic on it. It was just bought, and he sent me a message. And we posted that, and it was just a simple post there. And within minutes, I had a guy contact me and goes, "Oh my gosh, I lost mine." And what a blessing. They got back together, and he got his mattress come out of the back of the truck off his trailer and didn't even realize it till he'd gotten home. So it was a good ending to that, and we do appreciate that. Want to remind you of something else that's going on. Portable. This is going to be coming up on March the 8th. They're going to be giving away free water there at the Portable Fire Department. Should begin around 1 p.m. That's this coming Sunday there. And as we all know, the residents there have been without water for quite some time. And if you need any, come by. They're going to be giving away cases of water there. So that will help out a whole bunch there. And we have a found pup. If you recognize this fellow right here, this is going to be out on Rob Sims Road. He just looks like he's wanting to go back to his house. If you happen to recognize him, know someone that had a pup like that, get in touch with us so we can get them all back together once again. Let's see here. There was a few other things that were going on this morning. State Games of Mississippi. I want to bring this up also. They got this going on. They're going to be signing up for softball season at Northeast Park Softball Complex. Registration, all that information, you can use it right there. Click, it'll take you to the page to find out more about it. State Games will be back going before we even realize it. So something to look forward to with that. Let's see. Chunky had this in. This is coming quite along. They were telling me this bridge here is a little over 100 years old. See it there? Let me click on it where you can see it a little bit better there and zoom in. Finally, a new bridge coming to the area there to replace that. I know that's going to be welcomed, and congrats on that if you live in that area. You'll like that. It'll be a handy thing to have there. What else? We wanted to say congratulations to these fellas right here. They won the championship in Birmingham this past weekend. The AFC 2016 Boys Air Academy. Congratulations to y'all. That's 2026. Congratulations to y'all on your big win. I know y'all are proud of it, and a lot of parents went above and beyond to make that happen. Now, last night, as we talked about different facilities working hard, having to do more, and we talked about the fire department. Down in Clark County, whoa, they were busy there too. Somebody went to the bank and didn't get to leave. As we go to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics, this would happen here last night in Quitman. Look at this car as it burned. Wow. Now, I don't think the bank was damaged at all, but man, that's serious there as you see this. Total loss, we're going to go ahead out on the limb and say. So that's what was going on in Quitman. If you heard a lot of the sirens, I had a bunch of questions about that also, where they headed to. And that's what was happening in that area, if you wanted to know. It is tough there, back roads. Christina, good morning to you. Teresa, Miss Debbie, glad to see y'all. And again, as we get updates on the accident, keep this in mind. I don't know whether it's north or southbound lane at this point, but we do have an accident, Highway 19 North, that does involve a fender bender with a bus there, and we'll get more information on that. People are at the scene now. Odie's gone out. He responds to every one of those, so he'll be there on the scene. As we get more information on that, we'll get that information to you as well. No updates on that so far. All right, let's do a few birthdays, and I'm going to have to get out some spectacles because that writing looks itty-bitty. We got a few birthdays today. Happy birthday to Braxton Scarborough. Now, I know you heard that yesterday, but we had a mix-up, and it was actually today. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ann McDonald Royal, celebrating a birthday. And also Denny Ganis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly there. And Christina Embry Russell has a birthday today. Happy birthday to each and every one of y'all. We'll be doing some more there tomorrow. Good morning, Taffy. Glad to have you with us. Mary Jack. As we always do, as we close the show with and Odie walked away with my scripture that we're going to do. But keep in mind, the good Lord watches us. He blesses us, and be thankful for everything we have. Bring a smile. Show what we're supposed to do. You never know when you might influence someone and bring them to the good Lord. Save a life today. Save a soul. Be kind to someone. It goes so far. Thank y'all, and God bless y'all. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning. You'll see me on the streets of Meridian today somewhere, maybe in your county. It just depends on where it happens. We'll be there. Thank you for joining the Scotty Ray Report. God bless you, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.